I think. Let's see. There we go. All right. We're live. We made it. Hi, everybody. This is Stephanie from Stephanie Stitches. Thanks a lot for coming to Saturdays with Steph. And I have my friend Yvette here with me today.
It's me.
Today we are going to sew up the wall hanging. Let me pop back to my other camera so I can see what I'm looking at. The wall hanging behind me called Rosie Posie. This is the next in our table topper / wall hanging, whatever you want to use it for, series. Yvette and I started back in October.
Yeah, I think so.
It's been a while.
It was a while back.
So we did the fall one, we did the winter, we did the shamrock, and so now we're doing a spring one. It took me a little while to come up with this one. I needed to get inspired, but when this beautiful day yardage showed up, I was like, oh, that's it. I'm making something based on that. So it finally came to me, and here it is behind me. So
it's pretty.
Thank you. I've already sewn mine up because I wanted to make sure all the blocks worked. And but Yvette has not sewn hers up yet. So today we're going to watch Yvette sew, and I'll walk you through what she's doing, and I'll interact with you guys in the chat while she's doing that. And Yvette, I think, has a few things to talk to you guys about, and then I'll tell you some shop news, and we'll get started. So take it away.
Yep. All I was going to talk about is I am still running my special for Piecing It Real, which is my online foundation paper piecing membership. You can join to learn how to foundation paper piece and then stay with us to play around with all of the patterns that I'm going to write, all of the fun stuff that we're doing within the membership. As friends and a community, and it's really, really great. So hopefully you will consider doing that. If you would like to join the website, and I'm going to go ahead and type that in down here if I can get it to go.
He's going to type it in, but it's also in below the description box of the video, so you guys can open the description box and find it there.
Yep. So, but it is basically Piecing It Real. Whoop. .mykajabi, if I could type, .com. And then you will put in a promotional code of first half off, all written together. And I put that down below as well. And I think that Stephanie has that in the description box, so you can do it later. You don't have to do it right now, so you can continue to watch us. So I have that going on right now still. And I do have some new items that I'll be putting in my shop. I just haven't really had a whole bunch of time. But I also wanted to mention that we only have like a couple of the little turtles left. And these are the turtles. And Netta makes these turtles. And basically you get like a little trash can that hangs off, and he has a little buttons. You can remove him and clean him. And then you can also look underneath, and he has a little thing that'll open up, and you can put, there's a little pocket for your scissors. There is a little flap right here, so you can put all of your pens in, and this is for like whenever you're going to travel with them, you know, if you're going to a class or something like that. And it'll also have this little band that will hold your spool of thread. You just pass it through the middle, and there's another little button on the side that'll hold them down. So these are really cute, and I only have a couple left. They are in the shop. If you go to theyvetterenee.com, you will see them in there. You can just scroll down a little bit where you'll see turtles, click on turtles, and you can see what we have left. So there you go. I think that's about all I have to say. And so Steph, take it away.
Those turtles are super cute. I've got one from Netta, and I'm going to have her make one for my daughter. I've just got to send her the fabric that my daughter wants. So they're adorable. Run to get one if you guys want one. They're so cute.
Yeah, they are. They're super cute. Super
I just wanted to show you guys a little something. One of the things that is in Yvette's Piecing It Real Club. I made this cute little thing. So this is an example of something that you'll be able to make if you join her membership. So if you're thinking about foundation paper piecing, or you're kind of on the fence, or you're scared of it, don't be scared. She will walk you through it from start to finish. I had no idea what foundation paper piecing even was. I knew what it was. I shouldn't say that, but I was scared of it because I was like, nope, can't do it. But I joined it because, well, number one, Yvette and I were friends. So I joined it to support her, but I've come to love foundation paper piecing. I absolutely love it. It's so fun. It's great for the OCD perfectionist in me.
Me
because the blocks come out so beautiful, and I'm glad I did it. So it's just great. So.
And the block that Stephanie just showed you guys is part of our block of the month.
Yep.
And it just started in January. So there's plenty of time for you to catch up. And by the end of the year, I will have a pattern that I will write where you can put all of these blocks in, or you can, design your own. You can do whatever you'd like. But that it's just started. So get on in there and get going, and you should be able to catch up in no time.
In no time.
Yep.
Yeah. It's yeah. So, okay, on that note, that fabric, a bunch of people that are in Piecing It Real have seen me stitching with that fabric. That was a sample I got early from Moda, but that fabric is in now. That just came in. So I have the fat quarter bundles and the jelly rolls in my shop. It's batik fabric in beautiful rainbow shades. So just a couple shop updates. So that's in there now. All the beautiful day yardage is finally in and in my shop. And then I got these cute little whale kits.
Oh, cute.
I know, in the aqua colorway, because you guys know me in blue. So those are in my shop. And tomorrow, for all of you sewing along, thank you so much. I'm so happy that I've seen your pictures for my Secret Garden Spring Sew Along. Tomorrow is the final put together, and I hope you keep posting because I'd love to see your finished quilts. But I wanted to talk to you guys for a minute about the next sew along. So I'm planning on starting another one April 24th. The kits are in my Etsy shop now. Now, as you guys know, we're doing a retreat next week. Yay!
Yay.
So I'm going to try to get out as many as I can before the retreat, but you might not get them for another week. So don't panic. I promise they'll come. It's just, I'm going to have like 5 days where I'm not home able to ship or process orders.
Me too.
Yeah. And Yvette too. Yeah. So I wanted to give you guys like a little peek at the fabrics that's going to be in this quilt. So they're all red, white, and blue. The quilt is called Pride. It's a quilt pattern that I wrote. There's some of the fabrics. Definitely very American, and I thought it would be perfect to finish right before all the patriotic summer holidays start. So there you go. So that's a little peek at the fabric. So again, that's going to begin April 4th or 24th, and it's a smaller quilt than the spring Secret Garden quilt was. So it's only going to take us about 3 weeks. So you'll have plenty of time to finish it and get it quilted before all the holidays. So I think that's about it. That's all my announcements. I just wanted to say hello to everybody. I see you all coming in. I'm on my phone for chat, so it doesn't go back super far. I know a lot of you said hello, and I appreciate that. I did want to give a thank you to the moderators. Teresa Louise is here, and Sean, the guy who sews. Thank you guys so much for taking care of the chat for us.
Sorry, that was me. I had to get one. You've only had 2.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
If y'all want those batiks in the fat quarter bundle, there's only one left.
Oh goodness, they are beautiful. And like I said, I've been sewing the block of the month from Yvette's Piecing It Real with them, and I just love the way they're turning out. So
you can just bring those.
Okay, I can do that. You're gonna go home.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
That's all right. I turned that off. Anyway, okay, I think we can get started now.
Okay, I will get started. I have done one of the blocks. I intended to have two ready, and then y'all know how slow I sew. So I'm going to sew this one with you guys first. This is the easier of the two, or it's not even like that it's easier. That's not it. It's just less time consuming. It goes quicker because the pieces are much bigger. So we're going to do this one real quick. And then the other one, I'm going to use what I had been in the process of making to finish. That way we're not on here for like 12 hours. Okay, so let's get started with this one.
That fabric line is gorgeous. You know the name of it?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know.
No, I know it's an older fabric line. I recognize it, but it's really pretty.
Let's see, I have the bigger pieces right here. It's Riley Blake. Okay, I almost have it. It is called Fruitful Pleasures, Fruit, like I'm eating some fruit. Fruitful Pleasures by Lila Tueller Designs, and that's Tueller.
Okay.
For Riley Blake, and this is from 2018. So
I knew it was a while ago. Yeah, but I recognize it's really pretty.
So everybody says that I never use my stash. This came out of my stash.
You're using your stash.
So it came right off my shelf. And I've had it a while. So yes, and the outside, I haven't cut the outside pieces yet, but I'm using some Tulip pink. And so it's basically going to be like this, and then I'm using this as the outside border. It went so well with it, and so that's what I'm going to be doing. I forgot to cut it though, so I'll do that while we're talking, when we get to that part, which is 400 years from now, so it's okay. And I do need to change my bobbin, so one sec.
Yeah. Somebody asked that's coming to the retreat if they ordered something, if I could bring it to the retreat. Yes. And there's no way to take the shipping off, but if you want me to bring it to the retreat, just leave me a note and I'll refund you the shipping and bring it. So that would be fine. And
I mean, nobody asked me, but if you do want me to, I think you can select pickup at my house and then it won't charge you any shipping. And I can do that as long as you don't order like 1,000 items, it's because I do have clearance. It's the only reason why I know people would go kind of crazy with it. So don't go too crazy.
Somebody asked me what this fabric line is. This is called American Dream from Riley Blake. So
that is pretty.
From the Pride. Yeah. I'm really excited about it.
Oh, now get in there.
This spring quilt was it's a sampler quilt, so that's a little out of my comfort zone. I usually like very symmetrical things, but I'm glad I did it. It's turning out beautiful. But this next one, Pride, goes back more to my symmetrical angles, stars type thing. So
did you share that with us and I missed it?
Nope. It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. Okay, mystery. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have done all of my cutting except for what she's calling stone, which are the strips going around. That's all I haven't cut yet. So all of my fabric is cut. And okay, so we're going to start with this tulip block. I'm going to take, now I'm just making one, but I'll just say the pink number 1, which I'm using the same pink for both and the same red for both, just because I didn't have that much variety of fabrics in my stash. So I'm just kind of go like that. And this is the pink. It's just a little bit lighter than that darker one, right? It's got pink background instead of magenta.
Yeah.
So you want to take the 2.5-inch squares, and I'm just going in, I'm not going to gather all the fabrics. I'm just going to begin with the pink 2.5 inch square, and then there's a background 2.5 inch square. And so I have actually 2 different color backgrounds, but you can't tell because they're kind of close in color, and I only had a fat quarter of each. So
Hey.
thus.
All right. Good
All
way
right,
to use up some of those fabrics.
Yep. All right, so once we have those 2 fabrics, you're just going to sew them next to each other like this. You're going to turn them right sides together and then sew along one side.
Like a 2-patch.
Like a 2-patch.
2-patch.
Not to be confused with a soul patch. Don't ask, guys. It's 5 o'clock. It might as well be like midnight or something for me.
Yeah. Oh, Celie asked, how do I send pictures? You can't really send pictures on YouTube or anything like that, but you can post them if you're on social media on Facebook or Instagram and tag myself, like tag Stephanie Stitches. Or if it's something that Yvette and I are doing together, tag both of us. We love seeing what you guys make, especially when everybody has their own fabric, because everything looks different depending on what fabric you choose. So,
yep.
I saw somebody new earlier and I can't remember. I think she says from Michelle from New York. So welcome. I've never seen you here before.
Hi, Michelle.
It is definitely a snow globe outside. It is snowing.
Actually, I think I'm supposed to be moving. I was supposed to move this down so y'all could see me sewing. Hold up.
Awesome. Oh, perfect.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you'll have your little patch like this. And then you're going to take the 2.5 inch by 4.5 inch background rectangle, and you're going to sew it on here. And you want to make sure that your pink piece, whichever one you've designated as pink 1, is in the bottom right hand side. Okay.
That's really pretty.
And this, I'm so mad because like this fat quarter had like all kinds of, not all kinds, but there's like this stain on it. Oh, and I'm hoping you won't notice so much like as I go, because I didn't notice until I had cut it.
Yeah.
And because it's been on the shelf for a while, so who knows what happened. I'm sure it's my fault. And it's not, I mean, it's not like horrible, but I mean, it looks like a dirt patch. You know what I mean? So whatever. I'm still gonna learn it. It don't matter.
Yeah. Well, maybe after you quilt it and bind it, you can throw it in the wash.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Hi, Jeanette.
What?
Jeanette Lefebvre, I think. I haven't seen her name before. Welcome.
Hi, Jeanette.
Oh, thanks, Michelle. Michelle said the quilter from New York said she subscribed to both of us. She enjoys our channels. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Jeannie Whalen said it's 93 on her patio in Vegas right now.
Oh
Can you send some heat this way? Maybe not 93. That's kind of hot for me.
No,
but
you can keep it. You can keep the whole darn thing.
Yeah. Shelly Stewart's here. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Lucy. Shelly.
Okay, so now I have this piece. And now, okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, and where did I leave them? I have some prep done, guys. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. You're going to take, let me get to the next page. Okay, so you're going to take 2 of the red 5.5 inch squares, 2 of the green 5.5 inch squares, and 4 of your background 5.5 inch squares. Okay, now I've already done 2 of them, so I'm going to do the other 2 with you. And what I've done is you want to put them right sides together, and on your background fabric, you're going to draw a line down the middle and then sew a line to either side of that line 1/4 inch. If you have one of those little rulers that like you put down the middle and then you draw the line on either side, which is what I have, then you can do that. So then what I'm going to do is after I sew the line, both lines that I have drawn there, then I'm going to cut right down the middle. Okay, so I'm going to get those done right now.
Just want to say hi to Patrice and Nancy and Lois and Barbara. Susan Year Out is here. Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. Hey there. Melissa from Practically Creative. Lori LaSalle. Hey guys. I know I'm missing a whole bunch of you. I'm sorry. The chat goes kind of fast. And I know I missed a ton of you at the beginning. So I just want to say hello to everybody. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Natalie. And Catherine and BJ. And Linda Parsons and Netta. Hi, Netta. Denise Sunquist. I'm sure I missed a lot more people, but hello, everybody. Hi, Angela. Oh, Angela said she was late. She's watching Corey Yoder's machine binding tutorial. Yeah, I saw that go up today. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but that's next.
Live or?
I think she just posted a video. Yeah.
Okay.
But I like to see how other people do their binding because I machine all my binding. So
yeah, me too. I was thinking I wanted to go watch it, but I was hoping, I was under the impression that it was a recording.
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay, good. So we can go watch it a little bit later.
Yeah. Hi, Isabel Meekins. Hello. Hi, Jackie Stitch Art. Hi, Beverly Davis. Teresa, thank you. You are right on top of everything. I really appreciate that. Oh, Carolyn, thank you. Carolyn gave me a super chat. Oh, that was sweet.
You know what that means?
That means you have to sing, not me.
No, it's not my channel. Maybe we need you to do like, what's that song that's the Hokey Pokey? We need you to do the Hokey Pokey.
Oh no.
Yes, come on.
That's awful.
That would be funny. I could have made you do the chicken dance.
Sarah, oh my goodness. She detests that song. And sometimes we play it just to annoy her.
Who does?
Sarah. I don't know why, but she just does not like that song. And sometimes we'll just put it on just to annoy her.
That's hilarious. She's going to be sorry. I know that.
Yeah. Hi, Kathy's Quilting Crafts. Nancy Guest said, I love your tone. You sound like the lady on Romper Room. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, Del Marie. And Angela said she ordered my next sew along. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Carolyn. That's so sweet of you. I really appreciate that. She said, thank you for all you do. I love this pattern.
That's sweet.
Thank you. Oh, Corinne said, Stephanie, please tell me what FPP is and how it's done. So FPP is foundation paper piecing. So it's a quilting technique that you sew the fabric onto paper. So it's just much more precise, and you can make things that you might not necessarily be able to make traditionally, or you'd struggle to. Like a lot of the quilts you see where there's a bunch of animals on the quilts, they're done FPP because they would be really hard to make traditionally. Natalie said we're not allowed to sing. All right,
Natalie would say that. She takes all the fun out of everything.
It's all right. I don't want to sing anyway. Yvette could explain it to you a lot better than I think. I'm not doing a very good job, but it's just a completely different. Fine. Yeah, it's just a completely different quilting technique than traditional piecing. You use paper as your foundation, and there's a pattern printed on the paper, and you sew the fabric to the paper, and then you rip the paper off when you're all done, and you have this perfectly pieced block. So for a perfectionist, it's a great way to quilt because you get perfect points and everything lines up. It's great.
I do have the sample from last Saturday that I haven't taken the paper off yet. So,
Oh, good. Okay.
like just for for instance,
Yeah. Hi, Pauline.
you'd have like all this paper.
Oh,
right?
Colleen said Steph needs a song. Suggestions, please.
So you sew everything on here and all of the patterns, like you can see there are designs on there and you just are sewing the paper onto the fabric onto the paper on those lines that are here. And then this is what it looks like in the back, which is very easily a traditionally pieced block. I just was able to make this one into FPP, and then it keeps like if you look right in the middle, like all of the points are exactly perfect because you're sewing straight onto the paper. So there's no, you don't have to measure or anything like that. You just sew it right on the paper.
Yeah.
That's a very brief description. I'm going to keep my trimming here.
Yeah, if you head on over to Yvette's YouTube channel, which is in the link below, she's got a bunch of things over there because she's, she mainly does foundation paper piecing. She does traditional piecing too, but that's her kind of specialty. So yeah. Oh, Emily is here and Natalie are ganging up. They said Emily said she can't take that song.
Wow. Okay. I'm just going to sit over here and sew.
No, it's fine. They're trying to find it. They're all talking about finding a song for me. So.
Oh, I got you. Okay. So now that I have these sewn together, then what I want to do next is I'm going to trim each one down to 4.5 inches. And I'm going to do that. The easiest way to do that is with a block lock ruler. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try doing it up here so you guys can see it better, because over there you can't really see very much. I don't have like a humongous space,
Yeah.
That's okay. But, I have to work with what I got here. Okay. So what you'll want to do, I pressed all of my pieces just to the dark side, only because it really doesn't matter in this particular case. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, since I pressed toward the dark side, I'm going to put the darker piece to the top left. And then the block lock logo should go to the bottom right. And the block lock ruler has this channel right down the middle. And what it does is if you put your finger in it, obviously you can't do that now, but if you put your finger in it, it's a little channel. And what it'll do is it'll butt right up against the seam that you just sewed. And so when I push, it won't go any further than that. It's stopping right on that seam that I sewed. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to slide the ruler down to the bottom left. And since I want to finish at 4.5 inches, I don't want to put it at 4.5 inches because I want to be able to trim both sides. So I'm going to put it at about, 4 3/4, something like that. That way I'll have something to trim here. And then when I flip it around and I move it again to where it finishes at 4.5, I'll still have something to trim on the other side. That'll make it perfectly square. This is a wonderful ruler. If you don't have this ruler, you can still do it. You would need to use the diagonal lines that are on your ruler. And I'm pretty sure that they all have it, but I'm not 100% sure. I know the Creative Grids has these 45-degree angles. And then all you need to do is take that, and you're going to need to use your ruler to make sure that you're trimming off enough to leave 4.5 inches on both sides. So you'd have to, trim there and then flip it around and then do the other side. So it's basically the same thing. The only thing that makes it better with block lock is because you've got this channel. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to really think about it. You don't have to worry about where your line is and everything, only the finish line but other than that, the ruler itself will just go right up against your seam and it won't go any further. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to about 4 1/4.
I need to find mine because I've forgotten how neat those are.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
And of course, here I am trying to do it in this weird angle, so it's gonna move.
Yeah, it's hard to cut when you're in camera.
I know, but that's okay. It'll be all right. We're gonna work this out. Okay, then I'm gonna turn it around, and now I'm going to just slide it down to the bottom left again. But now I really do want to look at the lines that are on my ruler, and I want to stop it at 4 1/2. So I'm going to line up the left and bottom edges of my fabric to the 4 1/2 line, and then trim again. And if you have a rotary mat, it's really great, to be honest, because you can manipulate it and not have to worry about moving your square. Okay, and so then you can see it's perfectly ready to go.
That fabric is so pretty.
So now I'm gonna do the other 3 quickly.
Yeah, no worries.
Without all the commentary.
Netta said, I'm going to remember to email you when my babysitter lets me back into my email. She's talking to me. That's funny. Linda says she has a block ruler and she loves it. Oh, Denise is packing for the retreat. Woohoo! She said she is finally going to sew on her Mariner's compass block. She used her Quilt to cut it. Ingrid said, hi, ladies. Pretty fabric you're working with, Yvette.
Thank you.
Cheryl said, love this ruler. It's on my wish list. Yeah, it's a really great ruler.
It's definitely worth it if you're doing these. And always, whenever you're doing I'm sorry, I keep talking over you like I'm.
That's okay.
But if you always make sure that you do your half square triangles larger than they need to be and then trim down, then you don't ever have to worry about your triangles or your blocks, whatever, to look all funky.
Yeah.
Because then you're trimming down.
And too, like that way, if your seam allowance is slightly off, you don't have to worry about them being too small. Anytime I write a pattern for you guys, I always write the half square triangles bigger than they need to be so you can trim and not be worried. Because I've gotten too many patterns where they give you like no room to spare. And if you stitch one thread over from what they expect, your block is too small. Yeah. So that's the way I always write my patterns, because that's what I like to do.
I agree with you though, because mine always come out too small. And I don't know why. I mean, like, I don't sew any differently than with anything else, but yet for whatever reason, they always come out too small.
Well, and
if either.
I know. And if I get a pattern from somebody and it looks like they haven't given you any extra for those, I always, if I have enough fabric, go ahead and modify it and make them bigger.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I have to do the same thing.
I just hate to do all that work and then you're like, man, they're like a 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch too small.
Yeah.
Shelly said,
too small.
Yeah. Shelly said, are you getting excited for your retreat? I'm sure it's going to be so much fun. I am. I'm super excited. I'm really, really excited to meet everyone in person, because we see all of you on here all the time and you already feel like friends. But I'm a big like one-on-one person and I'm a hugger. So I can't wait to give everybody a hug. And I'm super excited. So, and there's a lot of, there's people coming from all over, but there's a bunch of Ohio ladies. So I'm not fine with everybody else, but I'm getting excited to meet the Ohio ladies too, because they're all pretty much within driving distance of me. So that'll be it. That'll be a lot of fun.
Okay, so believe it or not, this block is already ready to start going together. I liked this block. This was very deceptive because I was all like, whoa, I'm like on a roll. And then I got started on the other one. I was like, oh no, I'm in trouble. Okay, so we're at the top
there's
row.
A question for you really quick. Where did you get your Lazy Susan cutting mat and what size is it?
bought this myself wholesale. I think this is the 10.5-inch size. Let me see. It actually measures at 10 inches. So this is about a 10-inch size. I like this. This is the smaller one. I think they have a 10-inch and a 14-inch. But it is called the Sue Daily, Daly. I used to sell them, but I don't sell them anymore. So if you just search out Sue, S-U-E, Daily, Daly, rotary mat, you will find it.
Awesome.
Yep. I really wish that I could sell it to you, but I'm downsizing and it's not one of the things that I decided to keep. So there you go. Unfortunately, I'm sure I'm sending you straight off to someplace I'd rather you don't shop, but that's okay. Here he is. I'm doing the top row. So this is the first square. You're going to have your pink square in that bottom right-hand side. And then you're going to take your red half square triangle with the background, and you're going to want to put it in this direction so that on the bottom right is your dark color. Wait.
Nope. Turn it.
Sorry, I'm looking at it upside down.
You got it. No worries. I know it's hard when you put it upside down to show people.
I know. And then you're going to have your background piece there. So we're going to sew them to each other this way, and then we're going to press in that direction according to what Steph put down. This is so that we can get our seams to nest up whenever we're doing the 3 rows.
Yep.
So let's do these first. I'm going to flip this right sides together, and I'm going to sew right here.
And make sure you guys are sewing with a true 1/4-inch seam. I don't do any of this scant business, okay?
Yeah, me neither.
So when I write patterns, I write them with a true 1/4 inch. I don't like the scant thing because one person's scant is not always the same as another person's. You know, some pattern writers, when they say scant, it's just a thread or 2 over. Some it's almost 1/8 of an inch. So I always do a true 1/4 inch seam.
Yeah, I don't know who came up with this scant stuff.
I know.
I don't like that person. Whoever it is, I hope I never find out who it is, because I don't like not liking people.
They're just making the process harder, I think.
Oh my goodness. You know, that's not a true measurement. If it's not a true measurement, it shouldn't be written anywhere.
Yeah.
For goodness sakes.
Angela said her next project is going to be a t-shirt quilt. She's been watching lots of videos for tips. I made one for Christmas for somebody. That was a lot of fun. Anne Marie said, are you going to be getting the tips for the acorn pen soon? Yes, I have them on order. They are stuck in customs coming from Canada to the US because they're from Canada. So I've got a bunch of them on order for my distributor. They're just not here yet. So in the US. So hopefully they'll be back in soon because they're very popular, and I like them because then you don't have to replace the whole pen, just the tip. So, because the tips do wear out after a while.
I can bring you some.
Oh, I've got some for me, but this is for Anne Marie. So.
Oh no, I know, but I mean, if you want to.
Oh, you've got extra?
Back to me later. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I've got a whole bunch.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, I always have those on order, and the Easy Press solution, because everybody's loving that stuff. So
I know, it's so amazing.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys like the magic juice.
Oh my goodness, I love the magic juice.
Pamela Colburn's here. She said, hi ladies, sorry I'm late. I had to go get Chinese food. Yum.
Oh my gosh, it's okay as long as you share.
Yep. Laura said Laura Beach is here. Hi Laura. She said she prefers to trim down her HSTs as well. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I can't imagine that anyone who's done it both ways would rather do it the other way. I mean,
yeah.
I can't even imagine.
Lavina said hello to both of us. Hi.
Hi, Lavina.
Oh, hi, Ellen. Ellen Cheers here. She said, I just ordered the Pride kit. Thank you.
Which kit?
The Pride, the new kit for my next solo. Yeah.
I didn't know the name of it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No worries. I'm sure you said it and I just missed it.
Yep.
I'm sure you told me. Like,
Isabel, she's working on the Tulip Block, the first one, or this one right here. first, and then she's going to go to this block. Oh, no, you're fine, Sherry. I don't know if I can get those. I'd have to look. Dealinda said she's debating whether to get the 10 or 14-inch size. It probably depends on how much space you have, right, Yvette?
Well, I mean, there are a handful of times where I could think, oh, I wish I had the bigger one. However, I'm always able to make the 10-inch work.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I mean, it's probably more of a space thing, because normally what I would always say is get the bigger one because you can always, you know, put smaller stuff on it. No big deal. You know, so same thing. So just about space. If you have enough space for 14, then go with the 14, you know.
Jelly bean. You were saying hi to y'all. Hi, Ann Snows. Mary said, sup, everyone. Sup, Mary. Natalie said, Dealinda, the Martelli one is awesome. I had a Martelli one for a while.
That one is huge.
It's huge, and mine did break, and they, yeah.
See, it's really big. Like
it's really big. It took up a lot of space.
And then you get it, and you get this top with it, and I think the pressing mat is also, it's not to cut on. This would cut on, and the other one you press on. Jelly bean. Mom, nobody can see what mommy's showing. For goodness sakes. What are you doing? Scooch. Go back over there. Yeah, I know. I love you, baby. Okay. Anyway, this is the Martelli one. It's really big. And then you can also get there's a pressing pad that'll come with it. So you can just put that right on top and press, and then remove it and put on. The thing is, the reason why I'm not using this one right now is because my table is like smaller than this. Yeah. So it's like, it's really great. So if I'm over on the bigger space, then I'll use this. But yeah. But it's going to also cost you a whole lot more too. So that's the other thing. You have to also look at your budget.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is lovely. Okay, so here's the top row.
Oh, nice.
All right, now I'm going to go to the second row. And
Laura Miller said, I'm only concerned that I meet the unit size, don't care what the seam is. That is a very good point. If you like to do a scant 1/4 inch or larger, as long as your blocks are coming out to what the pattern says, so everything will fit together, do you.
That's right.
And yeah, this is a pattern I designed. It's on my website now, which is in the description box below. Now, don't forget, you guys, if you want this pattern, it's only free until we're done sewing. Then I'm going to take it off. It's already in my Etsy shop. And the reason I did that this time is because I did have a few ladies who asked if they could support me by purchasing it. And I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Instead of getting it for free. So I put it in both places, but you don't have to pay for it. But you will have to if you don't get it before we're done here. So Harry said true 1/4 inch and full inches. Patterns with 3/8 of an inch and 1/8 drive me crazy, round, or 5/8 drive me crazy, round up. Yeah. I actually got a pattern the other day that I was excited to start working on. And I pulled it out and all the pieces were like 2 5/8 or 2 3/8 inch squares. And I was like, nope. And I put that one right back on the shelf until I have time to convert it. Cause yeah, that math kind of cutting that is even more difficult because that's not a natural kind of measurement that you cut to all the time. So
I am just going to sit over here and not even make a comment because I don't understand why anybody would write a pattern like that.
And it was like the 2 3/8, you had to cut like 180 of them. I'm like, no.
Oh my Lord. I mean, Because then
like,
you can't even like use your AccuQuilt for that.
no, because it's such a funky
ridiculous.
size. So I was like, no, until I have
No.
time to rewrite the pattern where I can make it a regular size. I'm like, no, I'm not doing
Yeah.
it.
Nope. I'm with you, girlie. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is absolutely nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, Anne Marie, if they come in before the next time I ship to you, I'll get some for you.
Fed you.
The tips.
Go over there. Hold on.
Look, the pens just...
By the way, I did feed them before I came on. Will you just you can't be in mom's lap right now, baby. I know I love you too. I'm working. Go over and sit on daddy's lap.
Oh, that's a good question, Joy. Joy asked what kind of things I will have at the retreat to purchase because I'm going to have a pop-up shop at the retreat. She said acorn magic juice. Yes, I'm going to bring some of the acorn things, little bottles of best press. I'll have things in case people run out needles and thread. And then I'll have quilt kits and pre-cuts. I'm not going to bring any yardage because that would be too difficult to pack all that up and cut there. But yeah, basically everything else in my shop. So all the pre-cuts, patterns, books, notions. Yeah. Thanks for asking. Shelly said, I love the magic juice. I'm hooked. She said, I also ordered the Pride kit. Thank you, Shelly. Sherry said, I'm lousy at calculating backing. How much do I need for the Pride project? You know what, Sherry? I hadn't even thought about that. Let me think for a second. You probably need probably 3.5 or probably 3.5 yards, but let me get back to you on that. 4 would definitely do it, but I don't think you need quite that much. Probably 3.5.
Is this in your shop?
Yes, I just put it in today. Yep.
Well, I gotta go look because I'm sitting here and I'm hearing everybody talk about it. I gotta go see it. Hold on.
It's all that fabric that I just showed before.
Girl, I wasn't looking at that. I was over here trying to cut and stuff. Oh, you're talking about Pride as in 4th of July. I'm proud of my country.
American Pride.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Angela said, are you sewing your topper today? I have mine done already, Angela. So I'm just sitting here chatting with you guys, kind of taking a break because I've been working really hard this week to get.
Yeah, she's making me do all the work is what she's saying.
I've been working really hard this week to get the retreat stuff done. So I'm just taking a breather for a little bit and talking to you all while she sews.
Don't worry, we agreed on it. It's fine.
Yep.
I knew I was going to be the pack horse, so to speak.
Carolyn said, I tried the acorn pen and now I'll never go back. It's awesome. My seams lay so flat. I just ordered the Pride kit from your shop. Thank you, Steph. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
All right, which direction? That direction. Sorry, I talked to myself, y'all.
When will you have the layout for the spring mystery sew along? That's tomorrow, Susan. That's tomorrow morning. The pattern goes up and the video, which I need to finish editing after we're done here. So, but the pattern's all done and it's going to go up in the morning. So, Stephanie, what fabric do you have in your shop that will go on the back of Pride? I don't have any yet, Sherry. I need to see how much is left after I cut all the fabric. I'm thinking I'm going to have some of the red floral left that could go on the back.
Right, there's row 2.
Oh yeah, Delmer, you've got a good point. She said if a seamstress wrote it, they use 5/8 all the time. It's standard. Yeah.
Note to self.
Yeah.
Don't buy any patterns from a seamstress.
Yeah. And if you send me an I won't remember when we're done here, Ange. If you send me an email, I can shoot that to you. Now, give me a little time though, because I have pretty much ignored my emails this week because I've been working nonstop to get stuff done for the retreat. So I've got like 200 emails, but I'll get to you, I promise. You're welcome, Anne-Marie. Laura said it gives me a headache when patterns have odd measurements. Yeah. Mary, the pride pattern is not published yet. It's going to be a mystery quilt sew along, just like my secret garden was. But the PDFs, the patterns are in PDF and they will be free if you want to sew your stash. But I do have kits available. So. Yeah, it's 58 by 58, Teresa, the quilt. Yep. Oh, Shelly, yeah, a grunge red would look really pretty, or blue for the back of the pride kit. Yep. Kate said I should bring a few Ziploc bags of scraps. You know how certain ladies or guys love scraps. I don't really have any scraps right now. I'm setting all, I collected all the scraps I had over the last week or last like several weeks and put them in a box and sent them out to the Navajo quilt project. So
yeah. This might answer your question.
Ooh.
There are approximately 1,095,000.
Sorry, it scared the Jesus out of me.
Sorry, my Amazon device, which I'm not going to say because obviously she's going to come on and talk, randomly started talking.
Oh my goodness, that was funny.
I know. I was like, okay, I never asked for you to talk. That's funny.
Y'all, I'm probably going to be bringing some like half yard scraps and maybe some other kind of scraps just in case anyone's interested.
Yeah.
Yep. So there might be some scraps. There's not going to be like, 500 pounds of them, but I thought I would bring some because I know how y'all are. Y'all crazy with them scraps.
Yeah. I just don't have any more because I've been collecting all mine to send out to the Navajo quilt project that I talked about a few weeks ago on Saturdays with Steph, because
very good.
It's so important to me, that whole charity group, because I've been to the reservations that are out in the middle of nowhere and they don't have anything. So
yeah,
I'm happy to give it to them. Oh, somebody asked me what the fabric line is that I used in my tabletop. Mine is Beautiful Day by Corey Yoder. This is her new line that's out right now. You've probably seen it because there's a bunch of sew-alongs happening with it. I think Fat Quarter Shop has one. Corey has one herself on her blog, corianderquilts.com. And you guys know how much I love Corey's fabrics. So when this came in, I was like, I knew I had to make something springy with it. So yeah. Oh, hey, Sierra. Sierra's here.
Hi, Sierra. All right, now I'm going to start sewing the 3 rows together. Jelly bean, you just ate, dude.
But Mom, you're sewing, and every time you sew, that means that I need to eat.
But that's why I fed them like just before we came on. I mean, I'm not even kidding.
Okay, Mary, I'm going to call you Mary B and the other one just Mary. So that way, because she said it's confusing with 2 Marys, she keeps hearing your name. Oh, grunge stars. That would be pretty, Sherry, on the back of that quilt. Yep.
That's okay. I'm just going to look at it.
Oh, Sierra said her mom just fell asleep. That's awesome. I'm glad she's resting. Mary Woods is here now too. So there's 3 Marys. Oh, Natalie said Creative Grids makes a 5/8 inch ruler. Huh. That's good. Although I really still don't want to sew with them if I don't have to.
Me neither.
Oh, thanks, Laura and Sherry. They bought the Pride kit. Oh yeah, Joey, I'll have mini charm packs. I've got a ton of them. I'm gonna bring those with me. So, yep. MJ said we refer to the Amazon device as Speaker Lady, or the device who shall not be named. I like that. I need to remember there's a mute button on her to do that before we start. Oh, Buffy said, thank you for supporting the Navajo Quilt Project. I live in this part of the country. I'd not heard of this before, but will definitely begin supporting this myself. Awesome. I'm glad I was able to tell you a little bit about it.
Jim, can you go flake them or something? Jelly Bean is driving me up a flipping wall. I fed them just before I came on.
Jackie said, when does the Pride pattern come out? That comes out, we're going to stitch the first week, April 24th, which is the Sunday. I'm going to keep to the Sunday schedule like I've been releasing
with that.
for the spring Secret Garden quilt. The cutting instructions and fabric requirements will come out about a week before that. So yeah. Mary B said, what do you think of Corey's upcoming fabric line Buttercup? It reminds me of Pepper and Flex. Yes, Mary, it looks so much like that. But it's got more of a hand-drawn look to it, I think, to some of the flowers, not all of them, but so it's really pretty. I like it a lot.
Jelly Bean, go with Dad. I'm starting to think he wants me to cuddle him.
Maybe. Pamela, the Pride quilt fabric is American Dream from Riley Blake. Oh, goodness. Susan said there were 5 Susans in her 5th grade class. 4 of them had the same initials. Oh, that would be confusing.
I have to say, I never had anybody ever with my name in class, ever.
No.
Nope.
We had one Yvette in my high school and an Yvonne, but no, not 2 of them.
Jelly Bean, are you going for snacks?
Kate, I don't know if they ask for cross stitching or embroidery. You could look up Navajo Quilt Project, Google it, and find the site, and you could always email them. I know they mentioned quilting things like notions, fabric scraps, and they did mention knitting. I didn't see anything about cross stitch, but that doesn't mean they won't take it.
I'm leaving it. I'm sorry. I'm leaving it. I'm already slow as molasses.
You're fine.
No, look.
Oh.
But I'm leaving it. I don't care. It's gonna look just like that because I'm too slow. I can't.
Oh, you're right, Isabel. I made a mistake. I didn't even realize that. She said the Posie block behind you doesn't match the one in the pattern. Can we get the directions for the one in the quilt behind you instead? I didn't even notice that till now that I turned these pieces around. So the only thing you'd have to do is switch the white to the insides instead of the outsides. Oops. You guys have good eyes. I didn't even realize I did that. So if you like it this way, all you have to do is put the white to the outside. If you like it the way the pattern shows, you can put the do it the way the pattern is. So yeah. Angela said, I love Beautiful Day. I think Corey showed 4 videos with that line on her binding video. Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to run over there and watch that when we're done. Sherry said she loves the new Corey line that's going to come out. That's like Pepper and Flax. Yeah, it's pretty. Wendy said she's always been the only Wendy. Oh, Buffy said her dad wanted to name her Yvette, but her mom wanted Miranda, so she got Buffy.
Okay. So once you get that all done, it looks like this.
Oh, that's pretty.
Uh-huh. That's the one that came out right. Okay. So now
That's
we're going to start on the other one.
Well, look at, I made my whole topper Yvette and I put these rocks.
Well, listen, I'll be honest with you. That doesn't look funky though. Mine looks completely funky.
I didn't even
with the-
realize that these, until that person said that these were flipped the wrong way. So there you go. You get a whole different flower if you flip them in the different direction.
There you go. But you see, that's what happens when I try to sew fast. So I'm going to
So
try
follow
to
the
take my
directions.
time here.
Don't follow my example. Follow the directions. Unless
right.
you want them to look like mine, then just flip the two pieces at the top.
Okay, so we're going to start with the Posie block now. Okay, so we're going to take our 3.5-inch background squares, and I have already done the squares for one of them. Obviously, we're making 2 blocks, so this is them already done. This is how you start, because I did keep these so you can see them. It's basically going to be the same thing where you're going to take you're going to have 8 of your green 3.5-inch squares, 8 of your pink number 2, if you're doing 1 and 2, 3.5-inch squares, and then you're going to take 16 of the 3.5-inch background squares. Now you're going to put one of the background squares with one of each pink square, and you're also going to take one background square and you're going to use it with all of your green 3.5-inch squares. And you're going to do just like with that first block that we did. You're going to draw a line diagonally down the middle. Alternatively, you would use that special ruler that's basically like a 1/2 inch wide. You're going to put the 1/4 inch line right down the middle, and you're going to draw a line on either side. Either way, you're basically sewing a line 1/4 inch from each side of a diagonal line that goes right down the center. Okay, so it'll basically be like this, and I'm going to be sewing directly on these lines right there. Okay.
Teresa said she has a stuffed dog on her bed and her dog started barking at it and it's been there for a month. That's funny.
Jelly Bean did go. He might have gone to get a snack. My goodness gracious.
That's good.
I really do think that he has like some sort of anxiety right now.
Aw, poor guy.
I know. I feel really bad because, you know, like if he spoke English, I could help him out. I don't know what's wrong.
Aw.
Ah! Okay. Just
Shirley said she ordered the Pride kit. Thank you, Shirley.
lay down, baby. Where are you going? You can't be in mommy's lap right now, baby. Can you wait?
I like what
Oh.
Laura said. She said designer's choice, creative difference. There you go.
Jelly Bean. Okay, you're right. It's mommy's quilt, so you can sit all over it. All right.
Joy said, are there any fabric lines with purple? There's one coming out in a few months. I think it's like August or September. It's called Wild something. I can't remember the name of it. There's not a whole lot of purple fabric lines. And it depends on what kind of purple. Like there's Adele in Spring, which is out right now, has like a lavender purple, but it's got a lot of other colors too. MJ said, Yvette, your tulip is just blowing in the breeze. That's all.
I'm going to tell everybody that.
Yep.
Oh, God.
What
There was
is
a lot more wrong with it that y'all didn't see because I didn't show y'all. We're just gonna move on.
Susan said, okay, time to get back to my ring toss quilt. We'll keep watching. Awesome. Oh, Anne Marie said she just got a new puppy.
Aww.
Oh, she said, I'll trade you Jelly Bean for my little velociraptor puppy, Bruno. He's chewing on me. He has shark teeth.
I think I'll still keep my JB. I love him.
Oh, that's a cute fabric line. Kathy said Cantu said she's working on a crazy quilt for her grandson using the fabric line On the Go by Stacy. I think it's Sue from Moto Fabric.
Yeah.
That was a cute
It's
line.
super cute.
Yeah.
It didn't sell well, but it's super cute. I don't understand why it didn't sell better than it did, but yeah.
I think because it's very boy specific and not that many people sew boy quilts, but it's adorable.
Yeah.
Becky Bramlett, hello. She said she's been lurking, putting up laundry, but the flowers that are wrong, just call them windblown.
Oh, hi. Hello. What you doing in my toe? You're a little nubble. You know that?
Oh,
Wild Iris. Thank you, Angela. You're right. It's called Wild Iris. It's really pretty. Thank you. You remembered the fabric line. It's actually it's gorgeous. It's almost all purples, and then it's got a little bit of green and some cream. So. Oh, Martha said she has a blue heeler puppy. Aw. Oh, Lori, I hope you post a picture of that somewhere, Lori LaSalle. She said she's using some old calf fabric from her stash, bright and fun colors to make this pattern.
Oh.
That will be very springy. I can't believe I did those flowers the wrong way. I didn't even realize that. That's so funny.
You know, I think part of my thing was I was trying to lay them down so that everyone would see them the right way. And obviously I messed something up.
Oh, not you. I mean me, that I did my
flowers. No, I'm just talking about myself.
Yeah. It is hard when you're flipping things around to show people that, yeah.
Yeah, I should have known that known better. I should have looked before I started sewing them. That's all. It's okay.
Aw, Susan O'Neill Smith said, okay, does anyone else feel like they're going on a blind date with 24 people?
What?
She's talking about the retreat.
Oh.
She said, I don't want to talk about
on a retreat before.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's some nerves because for people like me that are sort of more shy, but on the other hand, like I feel like I know all of you somewhat, so it's not total strangers. So
Jelly Bean, stay in one spot. Just
Denise, I haven't ordered any of that fabric yet, but I'm thinking about it because it's really pretty.
Well, it's okay because all of the introvert people will have people like me there.
That's right.
To like totally break all the ice.
Yeah, there's definitely several people coming to the retreat that are more extroverted and talkers, so that is a great thing.
And it's a blind date with quilters. I mean, you just can't go wrong.
Yeah. The good news is it's not with a bunch of like weirdos. It's people you have something in common with.
Bunch of weirdos. I don't know. Speak for yourself.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you go on a blind date, like say it was a real blind date, you would have no idea who you're getting and what their personality is, and
you don't know who you're getting.
That would be very strange. Yeah.
Have you ever actually been on a blind date?
No.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think I have either, but part of me thinks that I have, and I don't know why. like I feel like I may have had an experience like that before.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
I've never. I've only ever known people before I dated them. So
Right.
yeah.
It's probably a smart move. I mean, unless you really trust the person who's setting you up, I guess.
I don't know. I knew my husband for quite a long time before we got married. And some days I think, what did I do?
Oh God.
No,
Yeah, me too.
he's a good guy.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I know what you
I
mean.
knew him for 13 years before we got married. So
I know what you mean.
yeah. Martha said, we introverts rely on you extroverts. Yes, we do.
Okay, so I've sewed all the lines and we're gonna act like I've done everything, and bada boom, bada bing, look it. We got like all these done. So basically
Woo!
all I did with
You were
these,
very fast.
I did the same thing, except after I cut them down the middle, I trimmed them to 2.5 inches, and I did use the same block ruler. And so these little squares are 2.5 inches. Now, basically that's as far as I got with this second one that's going to take longer. So let's just move to the next. I figure, this is going to take me long enough. So I'm going to
The
start
longest
with
part
these
of this step though is making those half square triangles. After that, it goes pretty quick.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
I love you, Steph. Honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've done all of that. Okay. Now it says, number 2, join the pink half square triangles as shown. Okay.
Not the way I did it, the way the paper shows it.
I'm going to show it. I'm going to show y'all exactly how it is on the paper.
Apparently,
So
I didn't read my own notes.
Right. Exactly. All right. And I'm going to look at it the right way, and then I'm going to flip it for y'all. Okay. Because if I do it the wrong way, I'm just going to drive myself nuts.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, we're going to sew them like that. So you'll have your pink pieces going to the bottom left and right, and then your background to the top left and right, but like toward each other, like this.
Correct.
It's going to be making it like that. So
Yep.
we're going to put them right sides together, and we're going to sew down this side.
So y'all follow what Yvette's doing, not what I did.
Yeah. Do that. Unless you like it her way.
Yeah. If you like it my way, all you have to do is flip the pieces around, because that's what I did.
Yep.
Karen Cox said she sewed the green parts on the Posie block wrong, unpicked all, and then proceeded to sew them wrong a second time. Third time is a charm. I've done that before.
For me, once it's like I've started putting them all together, like with that other block, and then I find that something that was like 12 steps back was what I did wrong. That's just me. I can't go back and unpick everything. I can't.
Oh,
it's either
just like
this.
It is. The person who pointed out that my flowers are wrong, I was like, well, it's all put together. I'm not taking it apart.
Well, I mean, at least yours looks okay, though. I mean, it doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
Mine looks like my leaf went floating in somebody. There's no comparison, sweetheart.
There was a bunny out in the garden, and the bunny hopped on the leaf and made it crooked.
Right. Okay. Maybe I'll sew a little bunny button on it or something.
There you go.
I can sew if I find a little what am I thinking of? A ladybug button. Then I can like put it on the leaf, and I can say, "Oh, it flipped down."
Yeah, that would be cute, actually. I love ladybugs. They're so cute.
Oh.
Mary
was going, how long did it take you to come up with that? Yeah.
Mary B asked if there's any update on my project box. Hopefully I'm going to find out soon when the fabric is shipping. Like I said, you guys know there's still like a ton of global shipping issues. This fabric, believe it or not, was supposed to be here January 1st, and it is currently saying April 14th. Fingers crossed they don't delay it again. Because I want to get it out to you guys.
This has been like the worst for people who are trying to do like project boxes. I mean, it's like, for me, it's like I just was like, you know what? I'm not going to keep waiting. I ended up, even though it was not in line with what my pattern said. I just changed out the fabric because I've had like X amount that I could put it in there, and I just went with that because it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. I know exactly how you feel. In fact,
Yeah.
the way you're feeling right now is probably about 4,000 times worse than what I had felt with all of, because it's like, at least I had
Yeah.
like a solution when for you, whenever you have like a specific, I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's hard for small shops like ours because it's not like you have to order the fabrics so far ahead of time to get the quantity you need for a project box. That you can't, for a small shop, we don't just have like hundreds of things on the shelf that we can go pick from and change what's in it. So
Right, and you
it's kind
can't
of just
just
a,
change either
Yeah.
because you have to order so far in advance that nobody has anything. It's
Yeah.
not like you can just go, oh, well, let me just change that, you know.
yeah. So I just have to kind of sit and wait, which is, it's more frustrating for me because I want to get it out to you guys. And I know you guys are looking for it. And I do appreciate that you all keep asking because that makes me feel like you want it. So,
yeah, it's just so frustrating.
but I'm hoping mid-April, I'll know and I'll be able to, as soon as I see the fabric shipping, I'm going to put it up for pre-order. So as soon as it gets here, I can start getting it out to y'all. Oh, Isabel said the Posie blocks really do look great both ways. Awesome.
I agree,
hi,
because honestly,
Shirley.
I didn't even notice anything with yours.
Yeah, I didn't
I mean, it
notice
looks
until somebody
fine.
said that. I did the whole
Yeah.
thing, didn't notice until somebody said it. Oh, oh, poor Karen. She said, third time sewed 4 blocks without any thread. I think I better just listen. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
oh. Aw. Nancy Gus said to Shirley, I have no friends either other than my online quilt friends. I'm shy and don't make friends easily. Well, I'm glad you come here because we love you.
Ditto.
I feel like the majority, not all, but the majority of quilters are typically more shy and introverted. And I think because it is kind of a solitary type hobby, that's why a lot of quilters are. So something we can do on our own.
It's true.
Yep. Oh no, Mary got her migraine back. She said, see y'all later. I hope you feel better soon, Mary.
Hope so too.
Those stink. I hate when I get migraines. I feel ya. Aw, Susan said, my hubby loves to come home and see me quilting with my friends I haven't met yet. He thinks it's the sweetest thing. Yeah. It's nice for those of us who are shy and have a harder time meeting people in person. I feel like this has opened me up quite a bit and my shyness has gone away a bit. And I've met a whole community of people that I probably wouldn't have had the guts to go out and meet in person. So yeah. So I belong to a local quilt guild here, but this is just a story about the shyness and the introvert in me. I watched the guild, I don't know if that's the right word, followed the guild on Facebook for quite a while, maybe kind of stalked it, not really, but it took me almost 2 years to join it because every time I'd want to go to a meeting, I would get like a little pit in my stomach and get too nervous, but I'm so glad that I did. The ladies there are so great. The president there has welcomed me with open arms, and she's been wonderful. So I've had the best time. So yeah, if any of you are shy like me and thinking about joining a local guild, I would at least try it once if I were you. If you don't like it, you don't have to ever go back. But my guild has been really great and very welcoming. So Colleen said, it's a great community. Even my husband approves. Susan said, I agree. A silver lining to the isolation that we've all had to endure the past 2 years. Yeah. Tracy said, I never leave my home, so hanging out with all of you works great for me. Yay, that's awesome.
Oh, right.
So it looks like you've got your pieces all together. Are you about to put your rectangles on?
Yeah, so it's obviously not FPP. You can see it's not joining at all.
That's okay. You can hide that in the seam allowance, girl.
Right. So anyways, got this guy. And now we're going to sew the 2.5 inch by 4.5 inch rectangles of our pink fabric to the bottom. So I'm just going to flip them right sides together and then sew along there.
Your background sort of a pinkish color?
Yes.
Okay. That's really pretty. I love it.
Thank you.
Oh, Lois Stanley said, we don't have a local guild in my area, so hanging out with all of you is the best. Awesome.
Yay.
Oh, Nancy. She said, love you too, Stephanie and Yvette. I would be lost without your lives. Nancy Gus.
I love her.
I know. Dee said, I'm not shy, but finding people who are crafty and similar crafts is hard. I'm glad 2 other people I work with, one is a quilter, the other is very artistic and enjoys talking about crafts. That's awesome. It's so hard when you that's a big part of your life and you don't have anybody to talk to about it. Luckily, Sarah is starting to sew, as you guys know, my daughter, but before she did, my husband and everybody else was like, can you please stop talking about quilting? Terry said, I haven't been in a room with more than 3 people in 2 years. Now I call going into the out. It's scary. You must have seen the Home movie, Terry, because when it started snowing earlier today, we went out, my daughter and I went outside and she's like, let's go into the out.
Go over there. For sakes. Stay in one spot. Stay over there.
Jelly Bean, Mama's trying to sew.
See, he wants me to love on him.
I see that.
All right, come see.
Aw.
Come here. Just for a minute. Come see. You're messing up Mommy's fabric. Okay.
Sherry said she couldn't figure out what was taking her so long to get all the fabric cut. She said it's because she keeps stopping to talk with us. Oh, you're welcome, Jill. I'm glad you're sewing with us. Shirley said, I'm trying to clean and listen. Who the heck made this mess?
All right.
Jelly Bean.
Yeah, Teresa, I completely agree with you. She said she started that's why she started YouTube, because she can't get out much. So it's nice to have people to visit. Yeah. Yep. Good night, Sierra. Oh, Dee said her husband was impressed with her FPP and her table topper she made. Awesome. You did a great job, Dee. Pamela said, Yvette, you shouldn't feel bad about sewing slow. I just finished cutting my fabric. It's going to take her a little longer now because Jelly Bean's getting a rub down.
Oh my goodness. I know. See
That
how
silly
much I
boy.
can get away with.
I know.
And I do want to love it with him. I do. But I'm in the middle of working right now.
Right. Oh, that's awesome, Tracy. It's nice that you'll sew those things for your friend. Hey, Heather.
What did he lay on Daddy's lap?
Buffy said, I'm loving YouTube quilters because getting to a regular meeting in my area just doesn't fit in my life right now. But when I come here, someone is always available. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of quilters on YouTube. So you can pretty much always find somebody almost every day. So that's live. Or if not live, at least post a new video. So it's pretty awesome.
You're such a nut. You are a nut. Is that enough?
Yvette, BJ said you need one of those baby carriers for Jelly Bean. You can
Yeah,
strap
right,
it on and
that's
keep
true.
going.
A little baby Bjorn or something.
Yeah. Natalie said she's about to start a fire because it's 30 degrees again. Yeah, it's in the low 30s here too, and we've gotten snow.
Daddy. Can I go get you, Daddy?
Pamela, I'm pretty sure you can catch up. You sew pretty quickly.
Oh yeah.
Carolyn said, that's okay, Yvette. We need our Jelly Bean fix.
You got a Jelly Bean paw fix. Oh, you can't see his little face.
Oh, we can see his little face. Yeah.
And can you tell that he's got both his bottom legs like all wide open.
Yep.
Like,
He looks super happy right now.
Yeah. He's been getting more like this since I've been home more.
Aw.
Uh-huh.
I wonder how he's going to be when you start back to work.
I know. We shall see.
Hello, my baby. Hello. Hello. Is that enough? I have to finish sewing, buddy. You're so cute. You are. Everybody gets it. They get it. Can you go over there? Look. Oh. I'll put you over there. Just for a bit, okay? My mama finish. I can finish.
All right, Jelly Bean, let Mama sew now.
Lord. Now he's trying to get up in my lap again.
Aw.
I know. Why don't you go with Dad?
And he jumps up on me by putting all 10 claws in and like using me to like get him up. Yeah. Mhm.
Ouch.
You have no idea. You'll know, like if somebody discovers my body or something, you'll know it's me by all the claws in my legs.
Yeah.
That's how you can identify my body.
Oh no, I understand, because you know how Echo is with Sarah, pretty much the same way Jelly Bean is with you.
Yeah.
So she's got scratches on her too.
Oh yeah.
Because he just jumps on her and she's not prepared, and yeah.
Yeah. Even if you're prepared, it still don't hurt any less. I can tell you
Yeah.
what. I know they don't do it on purpose, so I don't get like upset or nothing, but it still hurts.
Oh, Del Marie said she's been cutting out applique shapes the whole time we've been on, and she's still not done. Ugh. Oof. Yeah, those take a while. Whoa. Nancy Gus said, I have a best friend for 9 years. I clean his house weekly. Last week, he asked me if I would marry him. Shocked the heck out of me.
Oh, Lord.
Well, did you say yes?
Yeah, dude, now you got to keep telling that story. We
I
got to know the
know.
whole thing. I can't stop now.
Oh, MJ, that's so awesome. She said it's 83 degrees there. She just took us all along to feed the cows and water the garden. It's a gorgeous day. Oh, that's awesome. That sounds
Aw.
amazing.
Oops.
I am definitely ready for some sunshine here. So send some this way. I don't even mind it to be a little colder. I just would love some sunshine. Everybody's saying, and did you answer him? Come on, Nancy, inquiring minds want to know.
I have to tell you, and I know you're not going to take this the wrong way because you know me. I cannot stand traditional piecing sometimes. It's everything is so crooked and it's like making me lose my mind. I am losing my mind.
Don't lose your mind.
I know.
It's just fabric.
I know. But when FPP is so darn perfect.
Yeah.
It's just hard.
Yep.
Because I want it to be perfect.
Teresa asked Nancy, well, if you marry him, will you still get paid for cleaning his house?
Oh my God, that's a good one. That's a good one right there.
Funny. That was very good,
that.
Teresa. Oh, hi, Janet Johnson. She said, I'm late, have to watch later. It's 6:30 a.m. here in Western Australia. No problem. It was good to see you. Oh, Lori, where are you at? She said it's 96 here, too hot for March. That is pretty warm.
Yeah, that is too hot for March. You're okay right there, baby.
Dee said, can't wait for warm weather. I bought my pansies this morning. Aw, nice. I don't know if you guys on the East Coast there, Dee and Yvette, are going to get the snowstorm we're getting. So I would hold off maybe a little bit. Because usually the weather here goes there, but I don't know if you are getting the snow or not.
I don't know. It's been pretty warm here. I mean, warmer than snow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It has been here too. And then like last night it got cold and today it's snowing. So interesting.
Yeah.
They did say on the news though, they think this might be the last snow of the year. So there's that.
How could they possibly know that?
They're always wrong. It's so funny because they're never right. They'll say like, oh, we're going to get this huge snowstorm, 12 inches, and we get 2.
Right.
Or they'll say we're going to get like, a little bit of snow and we'll get a foot. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Terry, Nancy said she's still thinking.
Oh my goodness. Now it's going to be the debate of the century while everybody's sewing. Will Nancy say yes?
I know. We're going to ask her every time we see her.
Every time. She's going to be like,
yes, yet?
darn, I should never have said anything.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we tell ourselves every time we have a conversation on live YouTube,
Yeah.
Why did I say that? What was
Oh, hey, Vicki. Vicky's here from Upper Michigan. She said it's 18 degrees there. Ooh, that's chilly.
Hi, Vicki. See, I would love that right now because I feel, I don't know why, but like right now, I feel like I just want to be a cuddle bug. Like I just want to put on 2 or 3 sweatshirts, and I get that way a lot. I love that,
Yeah.
I would totally be cool in Alaska.
Well, somebody said it was 80 in Alaska today.
What?
I know. I was like, what?
Oh, Alaska's disappointing me. Now I have to move to like Antarctica or something.
Yeah. Let's see. Lois Stanley said it snowed 3 times today here and it's super cold too, 34 and feels like 25. Yeah, similar to here. That's kind of what it's been like here. Oh, Nancy said he is very good to me and offered to buy me a car. Nancy, you better
I
snap
don't know what
that
you waiting
way up.
for. Okay, so I have these guys done. Now let's move to the next page. Number 3. I'm sorry. Yep, number 3. Join the leaf pieces together. Okay, so let me scooch these to the side for a bit. And we are going to take the leaf guys. And I need a background. All right, so we're going to take a background, a leaf and a leaf. I'm going to go like that. And then a green.
Perfect. That looks great.
Okay, and this is what it's going to look like.
Yep.
This is taking all the light.
All right. Nope, you got it. We can see it. It looks great.
Good. Okay, cool. So that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to just sew these two together. Sew these two together, and then we'll sew those two together. And she's saying that we are going to press that way and then press that way, and then that way we can nest this seam. Okay.
Tamala said Ohio is bipolar, wait 5 minutes and we'll have something else. That's totally true.
I think everybody says that.
No, it is very true here in Ohio. We can have it like 70 one day and the next day it's snowing, and then 2 days later it's all melted and 55. It's crazy. Janet said, Steph, I want to buy some fabric for the backing on the spring mystery quilt. Are you able to tell me how much I need to get? Okay, so if you are, hold on. Okay, if you're going to be long arm quilting it, I would suggest you get 3.5 yards. If you are domestic quilting it, you can get away with 3.25. You won't have it'll be barely enough inches to go. It won't be enough inches to go on the long arm, I don't think, if you get 3.25. So if you're going to long arm it, I would say 3.5. Oh, wait, on the spring quilt. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the pride quilt. My brain's already. Okay.
Gone.
Yeah. I had that up on my website and I think I took it down. I think I suggested a 108 and I think you needed 2.5 yards or 2.25 yards, but let me look.
I had to buy some 108 thatched.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be pretty.
Because I needed it for my Judy Niemeyer.
Yeah.
And
oh,
you know,
yeah,
I
definitely.
don't want to just I didn't want to just get anything. You know, I wanted it to go with it.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
I got some.
And you will definitely need a 108 with that.
Yeah.
The quilt is so big. Okay, for the spring mystery quilt, for the person who asked, if you're getting a 108, I would get, if you're going to sew it on your own machine, you could probably get away with 2 yards. You'd be cutting it close though. But I would suggest 2.25. If you're going to put it on a long arm, you definitely want 2.25 of a 108. You could do a piece backing. But I would suggest a 108 just because how long it is. Ely said she just stepped out to get a package and got hit in the face with a snow squall. Oh my goodness.
Oh, what am I doing? I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
Laura Beach said, I would put it in a prenup. I still get paid for cleaning with a raise every 6 months. If I had only known when I was young what I know now. That's funny. Oh, thanks, Karen Sharp. Karen Cox said, remember on the leaves to use thread, Yvette.
Oh, I'm using thread. I just almost kept, never mind. Oh my goodness.
Oh no, Tamala, recommendation on a new full-size iron. My puppy knocked mine down and broke it last night. Oh, that stinks.
Rowenta.
She likes Rowenta. I like Oliso. I would say personally, get what's in your budget.
Well, I think Rowenta and Oliso are probably pretty much the same price.
I think they're the same price, yeah. But I'm saying, like, if you can't, they're expensive iron. So
oh yes,
get what you can afford. So
right.
Yeah.
I personally like a heavy iron, but if you have limitations in that regard, that's going to change you too, because I think that the Oliso are a lot lighter, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Rowenta is a pretty heavy iron.
Olisos are lighter and they've got the lift, that as soon as you touch the handle, the iron goes down. So it's good for me personally because I have some arthritis. So it helps with like my wrists and stuff. I don't have to keep picking it up and putting it down. It just does it for me. So I like them. But you have to, I would say, if you know different people, if you know anybody else that's a quilter that lives near you and they have other irons, try them out.
Yep.
Or go to a quilt shop that has irons and try them out. Alice said, the weather has been like that here in New York. Also, Steph, coat or no coat? Exactly. Like a couple days ago, the kids were out riding bikes in the sunshine and no coat. And now it's like back to snow suits. Let's talk color catches. What's the best one? Is there a home remedy for it?
Well, the home remedy would be buy good fabric. I'm just saying, I've never used them before. I've never used a color catcher.
I use color catchers in my when I wash clothes and everything. And I do it when I wash a quilt. But honestly, and I'm gonna be completely honest, because I know lots of people have had this problem. I've never had a quilt run like the color. Knock on wood. I say that and now it'll happen, but I've never had that happen. So Janet Johnson wants to know, what is your machine, Yvette?
I have a Baby Lock Crescendo.
Terry said, I'm ironing with a 13-year-old Rowenta and I love it. Awesome. Denise said, I don't know if I need short or long sleeves for Ohio next weekend, so I know I'm overpacking. Denise, right now it's looking like the weather is going to be in the high 40s to low or high 50s, but it's supposed to rain almost the whole time. So, rain makes it a little chillier. So I'm bringing like long sleeves or t-shirts with like a sweater to wear over it, like a hoodie or something.
Yep, me too.
Yeah. Let's see. Lisa said, the iron I got busy finding cordless or corded iron. There's a switch on it and you can choose to have a cordless or corded. It was only $50 at Meyer. Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen an iron that you could either have it corded or non-corded.
Me neither.
That's nifty. I love Meyer. We have Meyer by us too, Lisa. Nancy Gus said, I use Shout color catchers, but don't with batiks. My iron is Sunbeam. Okay. Lisa said, I'm gonna have to check that out. Terry said, I bought a 108 backing fabric and I think it's going to run. It's brown. If you think it's going to run and you haven't used it yet, you could, and I know it takes a lot of work, but you could baste it all the way around the edges and pre-wash it. Marie Han said, just never use them on batiks. That's correct. Do not use color catchers on batiks. The color catchers actually pull, because they're dyed a different way than regular cotton fabrics. It actually pulls the color out of the batiks. So Pamela said her cordless Panasonic iron doesn't get hot enough for me. I agree, Pamela. I have the Oliso and then I had a cordless Panasonic to like use at my table here, because the idea of the cordless appealed to me, but it didn't get hot enough for me either. So I use my Oliso for almost all my pressing, except for when I'm pressing here. And I've got this little steam fast iron, which actually gets super hot. So wow, Dee said she's had her Rowenta for over 25 years. That's awesome.
It can last a long time, but I think any iron could probably last a long time depending on how you take care of it. And
yeah,
you know,
I agree. I've had a lot of people tell me that their Oliso broke after only a year or two, or it leaked. And I've never, I don't put any water liquid in my iron, but I've had my Oliso for 8 years now and it's still kicking.
Well, I only had that one for like a year and it blew
That
up
mini
on
one.
camera.
Yeah.
So
I'm talking about the big one, not the mini one. I've heard.
I understand, but I'm
Yeah,
just, it still kind of made me feel like, okay.
Yeah, no, I've heard other people say that their mini ones burned up quicker. So I think it's a mini problem,
Yeah. Or, I mean, anybody can get a limit of anything. I mean, maybe it's just a fluke. Something happened, I don't know. I'm not blaming Aliso. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It was a little odd that it kind of blew up on camera. That was a little.
That was crazy.
It was a little disconcerting.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we all noticed, but yeah. It's a little odd.
Yeah, that was crazy.
All right. That was there. That was there.
Oh, Crafty Whitney said that cordless iron from Meyer only lasted 2 weeks and the company wouldn't replace it because it was from an authorized retailer. Oh, that's stinky. You probably could take it back to Meyer, maybe. I would.
Yeah, I would too.
Oh, hi, Jewel. She said, do you wash a quilt before you give it to somebody?
Absolutely.
Yes, usually I do. Yep. The only time I haven't is like if it was like I literally finished it like right before I had to give it to him and didn't have time. But I think other than that, I always have.
Well, you know what? When I'm making quilts, the other thing is I've got cats jumping all over the place. I'm gonna wash that thing. Just because, and also I like how it puckers before.
Yeah, I do too.
It all puckered before I send it because that's a quilt look to me. Yep. So yeah.
Yeah, I didn't wash the As Luck Would Have It one before Henry got it because I showed it to him when he grabbed it. So
well, that's your baby. But he knows where you were.
Well, I was gonna say, believe me, it will need wash soon because he drags them all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh, that stinks. Becky said the only quilt she ever made was 40 something years ago and the red ran like a river all over the blue and white. So very disappointed. Haven't made another since, but y'all make me want to. That stinks.
Well, I wasn't quilting 40 years ago.
Yeah.
But I think that they probably, have a better handle on how they print fabric these days. I mean,
yeah, I think so
I have
too.
seriously, I have never pre-washed. I have never used a color catcher. And I have definitely used bold, bright colors. Y'all know me. And I've
Mhm.
never had anything run. So I don't know. I mean, like you said, I guess we should knock on wood or whatever, but I just kind of feel like it's the quality of the fabric will make a big difference too, because, you know, it's the way that the fabric is done. And it's the same thing as like with batiks. There's nothing, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with anything. It's just with batiks, the way that they are printed, you really just, you can't use a color catcher. Otherwise it takes all, you know, it's just the nature of how it's done. Nothing wrong with batiks. Just, you know, don't use a color catcher.
No,
because
unless
of
you
the
want to
process.
no.
Yeah. So,
And you could if you really want to, but it will make them fade a little bit. They won't be as vibrant as
right. I
what
mean,
they
it's not like it sucks every ounce of color out of it. It
Right.
just makes it not so vibrant, which is the great part of batiks.
Right. Oh, Crafty Whitney said she did, but Meyer only offered to replace it with the same iron. Watch those small appliance return policies. Oh, darn.
Well, I would have done that, because what if it just was a fluke?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't know. That would have been better than nothing, I guess.
Oh, Tony Conway said found out she's going to be a great grandma. Congratulations.
Yay! Congrats. Now she gets to make a quilt.
Yeah, that's true, right? Amy C said she had a dark blue fabric that ran onto white when she was starching. She made the quilt anyway and used 2 Shout color catchers when she washed it. It worked and prevented any running on the white. Cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Good job.
All right.
Oh, Terry said she's
Oh.
testing a piece of her the brown fabric now in hot and cold and will let us know. Hopefully it won't run for you. Oh, there you go, Becky. She said, we still use the quilt, red runs and all. I'm still proud that I made one. You should be. That's awesome. I'm glad you use it. And I hope you decide to make another quilt. Because 40 years, that's a long time ago. Tony, do you know if it's, I'm sure you probably don't know yet if it's a boy or a girl if you just found out.
We're all like,
I know.
I want to know all the deets.
Oh, Crafty Whitney said, I should have, but I was so angry I just let it go, the iron thing. She said, my Oliso also broke, but at least they replaced it completely. That's good. I've had a bad year with irons. My cordless Panasonic leaks too. Oh no. Yeah, it sounds like you've got some iron issues. You know, it's funny because somebody else I know has this same little tiny iron that I use, the Steam Fast one.
Yeah.
And she's burned out like 5 of them. And I've had this one for years and I leave it on way more than I probably should for hours. And it doesn't burn out. So
wow.
It's interesting. Like it must be certain batches you get or something that makes some things work well and some don't.
Well, you know what? I also think that like they make too many changes to things trying to save money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, and so maybe you just happened to get yours in a time when they weren't being stupid about parts and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because some of these people who are saying, you know, like their Rowenta lasted for 40 years, I'm thinking it's because, you know, they just also don't make things the way they used to anymore. I mean, just in general.
I agree.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's what I think, but
I agree with you because I was really excited about the little mini Oliso because I love my big one.
Yeah.
When that came out, but mine it didn't burn out like yours, but it doesn't get that hot. And so I actually gave it to Sarah because she needed a little iron, but that way she won't get burned because it really doesn't get that hot.
Right.
So I was kind of disappointed, but that was a newer make than my old Aliso. So I'm thinking the same thing, that they just don't make things,
Yeah.
is good. So.
Okay, here's my top row. I'm going to sew.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yes, I'm going to sew these 3 together and then we'll do the next row.
Nice. Now, that being said, I got the new Aliso Pro that's out, which has a ceramic sole plate. The other one was just a metal plate.
Yeah.
And that sucker's hot.
See, I haven't even taken mine out of the box yet because while waiting for it, I needed another one. So I got, well, actually, no, this Rowenta I already had. So I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. I haven't even pulled it out. I probably should and just maybe take turns using them or something.
Yeah, well, I got this one. It's blue. I got the blue, of course.
So did I.
And it gets super hot to the point where it lifts by itself. Even lifted, I scalded my ironing board a little bit. I'm like,
oh yeah, you told me that.
Yeah. So I moved it. I actually have an iron rack on the end of my ironing board. So I put it on there and it's fine, but I just have to remember that. But it gets so hot and I just love it. I love a super hot iron.
Yeah, that's why I like my full size Rowenta too.
Yeah.
It's like 1750
Yeah.
watts.
Yeah. Oh, Jewel, are you talking about the Nantucket Summer Quilt kit from Fat Quarter Shop? That one's really pretty. She said she was thinking about doing that mystery quilt, but it is pretty expensive. She said the cost stopped her.
Yeah.
Hi, Judy L. But that Nantucket Summer fabric is gorgeous. I can't wait for that to come out. Karen Neville is here from Creswick, Victoria, Australia.
Hi, Karen.
Janet Johnson said they don't make things to last these days. No, they don't. I feel like they do that on purpose. Del Marie said Karen Brown of Just Get It Done Quilts has a wonderful video about irons, explains how to avoid the leaking. Oh, that'd be a great video. I'll have to go check that out. I love Karen Brown.
You too. I avoid the leaking by never putting water in my iron. I just spray if I need water.
Oh, Sarah Wim said she has the same iron that you had in your hand. I love it. It heats up fast and stays hot. I agree. Dawn said, I heard many with Aliso iron have had many issues. I have heard that about the mini ones. Yep.
Yeah, that's why I didn't get another one.
Yeah. Del Marie said, I love my cordless Panasonic 360. It gets really hot. Awesome. Oh, Jewel said, yes, the Nantucket. Yeah, that fabric's gorgeous. Janet Johnson, I'm sorry I hit something on my phone because I'm like looking at the messages on my phone and I timed you out. That was by accident. So I apologize and I can't untime you. You'll be back
when you do that.
I know. I feel terrible because she probably thinks like she did something wrong or I didn't mean to. It was an accident. Because I was like scrolling through to see the messages because I'm looking on my phone to talk to you to see the messages you guys are leaving to talk to you. And I hit her name by accident. Sorry.
I've totally done that before.
Oh, that's a good idea, Emily. She said she has a gravity feed iron. She puts the water jug on an IV pole and it works fantastic.
Awesome.
Oh, Natalie said, I also think a hot iron to some people is different from person to person. That's probably
of course. Yeah.
I agree, Terry. She said the same thing with cars is that they don't make cars to last anymore either.
Nope. I agree on that one too.
Yeah. Dawn says she has a Black & Decker cordless, a Hamilton Beach, and the one that Stephanie uses. DJ said a lot of the iron manufacturers said not to use hard water that eventually causes the leaks. Yeah, the Oliso brand actually tells you to only use like bottled water, not like distilled, but bottled water. So I just don't put water in it. Emily is here, said irons are so personal, just like a sewing machine. I totally agree. I see posts all the time, like on Facebook, where people are like, can you recommend a machine or recommend an iron? And it's so like subjective to like what the person likes and your budget and all those things that I never say anything.
That's why, seriously, I always just tell people, look, I'm not going to tell you nothing. You need to go to a quilt shop that sells sewing machines, and they will have them out. And, you know, they won't all, like most places won't sell every kind of machines. You may have to do some traveling or whatever, but that's the best thing to do, because like you said, everybody has a different something that they like, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you know, you can't just one size fits all. As like if you ask me, I would always say Baby Lock, because that's all I've ever had. I've used others, and I don't like others. This is what I like. But yet the sewing machine that I know I really don't like at all. I know loads of people who like it's their favorite machine on earth. So there's nothing wrong with anything. It's, you really have to go and figure out what's right for you, because
I completely agree.
Yeah, it's everybody's going to have a different way that they like to sew. They're going to like how maybe this one does this or this one does that, and you know, they don't care about this feature, or they don't, you know, it's definitely not one size fits all. I mean, that's why there are so many, you know.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you, and that's why I said, like, I try not to recommend anything to anybody, because I'm a Janome girl. I'll tell you to get a Janome all day, but there could be, you know, the person that I tell could like be like, oh, I hate Janomes, like I don't like the way they sew, but that, you know, so it's really hard, you know. And like you said, you love Baby Locks. I've never even tried a Baby Lock, so I don't know if I like it or not, so I couldn't tell anybody. You know,
and I've never used a Janome, but it scares the bejesus out of me the way I see you sitting on there and it's going like 100,000 miles an hour. That would scare the life out of me. If I sat down,
I don't think you would like that for that reason.
Now, maybe you know, I'd be fine with it. I don't know, but it kind of scares me, because I'm not that kind of sewer, you know. Like I don't.
Well, there is like a turtle setting. I could turn it down for you.
Oh, okay. Well, you would definitely have to do that.
Yeah. Lavina said, I have one like yours, Steph, had it forever, no problem. Yeah, I love this little iron. I've had it for quite a while and not had a problem with it. So
can I tell you, I think I have one of those in a drawer over there.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I do.
I love, the other thing is too, we're talking about the retreat. This is a perfect, I take it to every retreat I go to, because it's so small with my little ironing board that it's just perfect.
Yeah, I've never used it. It's still in the box. If it's still over there, because I might have actually put it in a mystery box, because I tend to do stuff like that. You know, like if I'm not using it and I'm putting together a mystery box, I'm like, well, if somebody else will use it, then I'd rather put it in the box and, you know, have it actually get used than just sitting in my drawer. I mean, it's just silly to just sit in my drawer.
Gia said, hi, it's Gia. I'm listening on my way to Susanville from Reno. Can't chat, but just wanted to say hi. Hey, Gia.
Hey, Gia.
We get to meet Gia next week. I'm super excited about that.
Oh, isn't Gia using my sewing machine?
Yes.
So Gia, you'll get to try a Baby Lock, because that's all I got. If you haven't tried one before.
Yeah. Tracy said, exactly. A lot of people like Bernina, but Yvette didn't like using it. Right. So I think, you know, it's personal preference.
You know, it's, if I were, you know, to sit there, I would never say, well, I could tell you that I would never buy one, but it's so just fine. There were a lot of things about it that I didn't like, mainly like how to load the bobbin. I didn't like that at all. I didn't like it was like little individual things. The actual sewing was just fine. I mean, there was nothing wrong with the machine. It's just the preference of what I'm used to, and it just doesn't do. And
Yeah, a
so
lot of
it frustrated me, you know?
yeah, a lot of people don't that have tried I've let people try my machine and they don't like it because the bottom loads on the side. They think that's like weird, but to me, that's normal because that's how I load a long arm bobbin. So,
Right.
you know, it's not a big deal to me. So yeah, it's whatever, you know, whatever you're used to.
Yeah. And it was like, it wouldn't cut your thread. It was just stuff that I was just used to having as
Yep.
an option, you know? So yeah, I mean, it's so subjective.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Terry said the fabric test did not run in either hot or cold water. Good. Oh, Susan said, I love my Juki like a sister, but I bought the Brother CS 6000 for the retreat because it was highly recommended for a travel machine. I'm using it for today's project to get used to it, and it's great. So see, you could also like different brands. I mean,
Oh yeah.
that's awesome. I'm glad it's working out for you. Oh, okay. They think maybe the problem is because they saw the machine from your retreat. They said that that was like a bottom line Bernina, so maybe that's why you didn't like it.
Yeah, the lady there who I made her load my bobbin thing every time because I couldn't do it. It was so frustrating. I couldn't do it. And so she was just like, I think it's probably because it's one of the cheaper ones. And I was like, well, you know, that might be true, you know. I said, but
Yeah.
I still don't like it.
Yep.
I mean, I think you probably have a point there. It probably another version does do the things that I want, you know.
I'm sure.
Who knows? I don't know because that's the only one I tried, but yeah.
Well, yeah, my very first starter Janome, to be honest with you, I was like ready to throw it out the window all the time. It drove me crazy. But after I upgraded, because I decided I was going to take this very seriously, then now I love Janome. So, yep. And it's perfect for Sarah. It's a good starter machine.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Melissa said she's a baby lock fanatic from way back, but she still has and loves her baby locks, but she loves her Juki TL 2010 and her Brother machines too. You must have a lot of machines,
Holy
girlfriend.
cow. I only got 2, and I'm like,
yeah. Teresa said it comes down to budget and what you need your machine to do. I agree. And like Vet said earlier, try to go to a shop that carries machines, preferably one that carries multiple lines. If you can't find one, you might have to go to several shops, but you definitely should sit down and try them all. And don't let the shop talk you into buying one before you tried them all, because a lot of them will try to do that.
Yeah, I mean, and find out what all of the bells and whistles are, and you know, just at least know what they are, because that's important too. Because you may find out that there's certain bells and whistles or whatever that you really don't care about.
Yeah.
You know, and so you don't really need it to go that high end or something like that, you know. So that's definitely.
Yeah, when I bought my straight stitch machine, I knew I wanted a straight stitch and something fast, because mainly what I do is piece. And so I wanted something just to piece and piece quickly. And I told them my budget, I told them what I wanted, and they tried to sell me all these other machines with all these fancy stitches. And I was like, no, that's not what I want. I don't need all that. So, yep, just know what you're looking for.
Yeah, I don't mind having the option of like some extra stitches, but to be honest with you, I mean, I think that as long as I have a straight stitch, a zigzag, I don't know, there's basically just like a handful.
Mhm.
And maybe a few little decorative things would be, okay for like just in case I ever want to, but I really don't think I would ever use like 250 different stitches.
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah.
so it's like
The
when I
one in
started
my
looking
budget
for-
that they were trying to like get me to buy had like 350 stitches. And I was like, I'm never going to use all those. She's like, oh, but you might want to do this and you might want to do that. And you might want to put decorative stitches. I'm like, that's what I have a long arm for.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Yeah, it's, and some people will use all those stitches. That's great.
They will. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Because they
yeah.
they might not have a long arm, or maybe they love those decorative things, and that's great, but not me.
Yeah.
So. Oh, Karen Mewis has a Janome 3160. I have that one too. That's my other machine. And I use that one for if I need the zigzag or making bags or whatever, because obviously this is a straight stitch only. So, yep. Terry said, I don't want to tell you how many machines I got during the pandemic. It looks like a sewing factory in here.
Oh, that's funny.
DJ said, I own 2 Janome machines and a Juki TL2000 mini and love them both. Awesome. Terry said, I even have one in the trunk of the car. That's perfect for a sewing emergency.
That's funny. A sewing emergency.
You're stuck in traffic and you got
Oh, I
nothing
know.
else to
I'm
do.
going to tell Jim now that I need to have a sewing machine that I keep in the car for a sewing emergency,
Yep.
like when there's traffic.
Oh, that's good to hear. Hey ladies, Joyce here. I've been sewing on a Viking since 1999. It's been awesome. Thought I messed it up a year ago. Got it out today, cleaned it, new needle, rethreaded with a new bobbin, and it runs great. That's good.
That is good. That's a big moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jelly bean, what the heck? My
Delia said
Lord.
she has a Husqvarna, a brother, and a Juki. My grandmother loved Husqvarna.
You have one that you like better since you have like 4 different kinds. Like, is there a
Me?
favorite? Do you have like a favorite baby or just curious?
Wait, what?
The person who just said that they have 4 different kinds of machines.
Oh.
If they
Yeah, I
have
don't know.
like one of them is a favorite. Like I love them all, but this one is like my favorite. Like,
Yeah.
Jelly bean is my favorite, but I don't tell nobody that. and then yeah. Well, I don't know. That's hard to say. I really love all of them, but Jelly bean does snuggle me.
Wow. Dawn says she owns 9 and a Serger.
Oh my God.
6. Oh, 6 are old antique singers though.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sarah said, I started on an old Singer treadle I bought at a yard sale when I was 18. 42 years later, I still have it, but I have 6 machines now.
Okay. Did I do this right? Why does this look funky?
Oh, wow. Terry said she has a Singer steelhead that is 99 years old and another that is 103 years old.
Lord, have mercy.
Wow, that's amazing. They
All
work
right, so
beautifully.
here's the block. Is this what it's?
Yep.
Okay. Well, there
The
you
correct direction. Yvette sewed it the correct way.
go. Honestly, there's no way I'm going to finish this quilt. First of all, I've only got one of these and one of these that's proper. But they are lovely. I wonder if maybe I'll do something different with them. I mean, I know that we're making the whatchadoodles, but I have so little time to sew and I've got so much stuff that I have to do that I might actually do something different.
You
Like
could
maybe I'll make
actually
it into pillows or something.
you could turn it into a with what you've got there, just fix the one Tulip Block, since I know you won't leave it. I know you. And turn it into a table runner with 3 blocks.
who knows what I'm gonna end up doing. Maybe I'll just put it all in a like box or something, and then like one day, whenever I'm totally bored, finish it up, because we know I've got about 100 things that I've got to finish right now. It's not like it's alone. And I actually really like that other one. I like both of them, but the other one I didn't mess up, so I like it.
Beautiful. They're beautiful.
It's
I
really
love
pretty.
that fabric.
Yeah, I think that probably because of the fabric that I picked, I think it would look nice like if I took a thread that's like dark like this and did like a chunky, like maybe what I'll do, I could put like put the batting on without the backing and like do the chunky stitching so that it's also looks kind of puffy.
Like the Shashiko type stitching?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be gorgeous. Yep. I agree.
Might be able to do that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty.
It seems to me like that would be really nice.
They're all saying it's gorgeous.
Okay, I want to see everybody else's because I know y'all are probably all finished.
Well, Sherry said she just finished her tulips. So.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness. Now I feel like I gotta put my sweater back on.
Oh, you guys have a lot of machines. Okay, now my husband's like, you have too many machines. Now I can say, nope, there's people that have 9.
I know. I mean, I thought I had too many because I have 2 and I can only use 1. But no.
Dawn said, I have to tell you, the acorn pen is awesome. It really makes those seams flat. I'm glad that you like it. I don't like to recommend things to people and then they don't like it. So I'm glad you all like it.
Oh my goodness, it's amazeballs.
Yeah. And somebody asked me about, I'm sorry, I can't remember who asked because it was a while back, about the tips when you know to change them. I think it was Sealy. I usually don't change mine. They start to like fuzz up a little bit. You can pick that off the end, but I don't change mine usually until it starts to leak, because it will, like if you turn the pen after you put the solution in, if it starts to drip out, that's when you know you need to change it.
Ah, that hasn't happened on mine yet, so I guess I'm not ready.
Then you're good.
Awesome.
Yep. Yep. Okay. I don't see too many other questions. So I think we're about done.
This was really fun. I love doing these. I love that you designed them and they're so super cute.
Oh, thanks.
I do. I like them.
I
wish I were a better piecer, but other than that,
yeah,
that has nothing to do with you.
You're perfectly fine. And I know you get like nervous because we're sewing, and probably doesn't help that you're the only one sewing, but
no, actually that was better, honestly.
Okay.
Because I didn't feel like
we were racing.
I feel like I was A, competing, and then B, losing badly, and then having everyone sitting and waiting for me to finish. That this time it was like they knew it was just me sewing, so you're not going to get much done.
No, that's okay. It was nice, kind of like I said, hanging out, and just I didn't have to really do much except talk, because man, am I tired. It's been a long week getting stuff ready, and the next few days are going to be busy, but then it'll be all worth it at the end of this week. I'm super excited. So
I know I finally got all of the fabric cut for your retreat, and so now I just have to package everything up. I have to like stack things on top of the fabric for a little while so that it flattens down. Because otherwise it's too puffy. You can't you're trying to pack everything, it's all sliding all over the place.
Yes, I have to say, because of the retreat, I'm super grateful I do have a minivan that all the seats go down, because I'm gonna fill that sucker.
I know. I don't know that I'm gonna totally fill mine, but I'm gonna try, because I'll see how much fabric I can cut for like remnant kind of things.
Yeah.
As long as that's okay with you.
Oh, that's fine. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Well, don't forget that tomorrow is the last of the Secret Garden, the final put together. I know the videos usually at least a little bit like at 8 in the morning, but I don't know if I'm going to get it up by 8. I'm going to try. So,
I know how that goes. Oh my goodness.
Don't be upset if it's not up at 8. It'll get up sometime tomorrow, because I have to finish editing it. I didn't do that. I should have done it by now. So that's tomorrow. And then the next sew along starts April 24th. Next Saturday, there won't be a Saturdays with Steph because we're going to be at the retreat, which is going to be a ton of fun. I'm going to try to post a video up to YouTube a little bit about the retreat, as long as everybody that's there is okay with me kind of doing a little video tour with them in it. But other than that, like there won't be a live. But sometime in April, if you guys remember, we talked about the charity quilt for, or doing a charity quilt for the Snuggled in Hope. So if you want to start thinking about that, the quilt minimum size has to be 55 by 65, I believe. And I will double check that and post that when we're getting closer. But the day that we do that, I'm going to make the Saturdays with Steph a little bit longer. We're going to probably start earlier so we can attempt to get the majority, if not all, of a quilt top done. So, and don't forget, this charity will take just a top if you don't have the means to quilt it, or, you know, you don't want to pay for long arming, or you don't have a long arm, or you don't want to domestically quilt it. You can ship the quilt top in because they have lots of volunteers to quilt those. So you only have to do a top if that's all that you would like to do. So yeah, that's all I've got today. Do you have anything else to say?
No. Sorry for yawning 12,000 times, because once I start, ask Steph, it's going to go for about 20 minutes, like no matter what I do.
She doesn't stop.
I try to do the like sucking down a whole bottle of water thing. I try to, you know, have some coffee thing. I have about 20 minutes of yawning.
Yep.
And then I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed after that.
Somebody just asked if Teresa's live tomorrow. Yeah, Teresa goes live every Sunday. I believe it's 5 p.m. Eastern time. I think it's 2 p.m. her time. Don't quote me on the times, but she's live on Sundays. Yvette is live on Wednesdays. I'm live on Saturdays. And then there's various other people throughout the week. So lots of people to go see. And I believe Soya is on at 8 in about a half hour here.
Got about a half hour.
Yep. If you guys want some more quilty entertainment. All right. Take care, everybody. And I'll see you back here in 2 weeks. And hopefully we can get, like I said, a little video for you and post that up, and see you soon. Bye.
Oh, and don't forget, Wednesday, I will not be live.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
This Wednesday, because I'm going to be packing in my car.
I'll be back
next Wednesday. Okay.
Maybe we need to take videos of packing the car.
Then it'll be like a double the time.
Right. All right, everybody, have a great week. Bye.
Bye, guys. Mwah.